they haven't kicked off yet. I don't want to see if it's...
Well, a very good evening and welcome to Loughborough University for the 2022 Schools Games National Finals. This is the triathlon and things are about to get underway on our third day of this event. We saw them on Thursday evening, our first event of this year's Games in the aquathlon. They were over at Donington Race Circuit yesterday for some bike work. They did a figure eight skills test and along with a bike circuit. Today it is the mixed triathlon relay. We get things underway in around about 3 minutes time with the Paratri mixed relay, and we have 3 teams entered in this. They all have an entry song, but let's just run you through the 3 teams. We have the Tritons, I love that pun. We have the Dream Team and We Can Do It. So the Tritons then, our first team, well, they are made up of 3 athletes: Ollie Scott, Hattie Woodhouse and Giacomo Fatica. We saw all 3 of these athletes on Thursday evening. Ollie Scott is actually going to be competing twice as part of this 4-person team. For the Dream Team, we've got Katie Crowhurst, Ethan Dent and Felix Barrow. Katie Crowhurst twice in that team. They are the Dream Team. Yeah, a bit of a correction on the screen there. The Tritons, composed of Ollie Scott, Hattie Woodhouse and Giacomo Fatica. A bit of a typo on one of our earlier start lists. For the We Can Do It team, the third team, we have Ronnie Robinson, Connie Ratley, Freddie Palin and Matt Davies. Katie Crowhurst, one of our visually impaired triathletes. She is guided by Hannah Patterson. Ronnie Robinson chiefly guided by Sam Smythe. Both of them did such a great job on Thursday evening. Well, the Paratri is a sequential mixed relay, which means all 4 members of each team will do a lap in the pool as part of a swim relay. They'll then do a lap on the bike as part of the bike relay, and they will each do a lap of the run. part of the relay, and this is the first time really that we've seen a proper para-tri mixed relay included within the schools games national finals. Last year they had a para-tri event as part of the triathlon, and it was a test experience for some of the athletes. They did some work in the pool, they then went out and did a ride on some turbo trainers in our transition area, and they also did a lap on the run. Well, as part of this para-tri relay, every athlete will do one lap in the pool as part of this M shape. So they'll do one length, they'll then cut back towards the buoy, they'll head back out, and then one length again to complete a full lap. And the bike, well, our bike circuit here at Loughborough University, it's got 15 90-degree turns. It is very tight, it's very challenging. I'm sure our athletes are well prepared after their work at Donington Race Circuit yesterday. Each lap of the bike is 2,000 metres. The para-tri athletes will be doing one lap, and it comes down to the run at the end, around 750 metres or so, and each athlete will do one lap of that as well. So one lap of each in the para-tri mixed relay. And you'll notice we've got 5 athletes in the pool. The 3 athletes with the pink skull caps on are our competitors. The 2 in the blue caps, well, they are our visually impaired para-tri guides. Anna Patterson and Sam Smythe. We're about ready to get underway. Can't wait to bring you this Schools Games 2022 national final. It is the para-tri mixed relay. And we are underway. Well, on the first lap, on the first leg for each of these teams, Ollie Scott competing for the Tritons, Katie Crowhurst and her guide Anna Patterson for the Dream Team, and Ronnie Robinson alongside Sam Smythe for We Can Do It. I think we are seeing Katie Crowhurst leading at the front at the moment. So you see this really sharp right turn as they come to cut back inside, a bit more challenging rather than just a full perimeter swim. They will turn left and cut back inside, so they will exit not through the doors you can see on screen, but they will exit on the doors near their start, and that will be the exit for all of the mixed triathlon relays this evening as well. So Katie Crowhurst going nicely at the moment, by Patterson for the Dream Team. They came in to the Queen favourite song, We Are the Champions. That is slightly presumptuous, but they are going very well at the moment with Katie Crowhurst. Katie Crowhurst looking really strong in the pool at the moment. Ronnie Robinson looking good as well, closely followed by the Tritons. Ollie Scott, we know he is a fabulous runner. Saw him last year, he's a year older, a year wiser. So we are going to see Katie Crowhurst hand over to Ethan Dent in the green skull cap, and Ethan Dent for his one lap in the pool of this, we're calling it an M shape. Well, that is Dent at the front. Good stroke rate at the moment, looking smooth. Well, in to second is Connie Ratley for we can do it. The Tritons has Hattie Woodhouse just in third at the moment. Well, worth pointing out at the moment, the Schools Games National Finals for 2022 is the UK's biggest multi-sport event for young athletes. If you enjoyed the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, which were last month, started at the end of July, well, this is the National Multi-Sport Games for young athletes here in the UK. Provides a great opportunity for young athletes on and off the field. They get so many experiences. They get to spend a lot of their time here at Loughborough University campus on athlete well-being. It's the theme this year, and athlete education is such a big part of developing in sport. And we've had a few elite sporting mentors throughout all the different sports. Montel Douglas in athletics, also Olympic bobsledder as well. In triathlon, we've had Liz Johnson acting as athlete mentor. We also have a Best of Sport Awards for this year, which gives everyone involved in the games the opportunity to take part in the awards, nominating an athlete or volunteer at the games who have demonstrated some of the Schools Games values of honesty, determination, passion, respect, self-belief, teamwork and being eco-friendly. As our first third leg swimmer gets underway, just trying to piece together who it is. We think it is Ollie Scott, although we're just trying to get confirmation on that. It is so well bunched together at the moment. Katie Crowhurst in second, along with Anna Patterson, her guide. Moving through the swim really nicely at the moment. We have Freddie Palin leading things at the front on the swim. So yeah, if you're at home and you're enjoying watching this and you've seen something that you quite like, and perhaps you've seen something which aligns with the Schools Games values, then please do get in touch, as we have some prizes for those that have been successfully nominated. Well, Ollie Scott on his second lap on the third leg for the Tritons. Some 60 metres back at the moment, but he is a strong runner, and I'm sure we'll see him come through for the Tritons later on. He's on the third leg, and we'll pass over to Giacomo Fatica on the final leg for the Tritons. It's a big battle on at the front though, isn't it? Because Katie Crowhurst is about to hand over to the Dream Team's final leg athlete. It's Felix Barrow, and Barrow now away in the pool. And but we can do it. Matt Davies in second. Davies already having a very, very strong swim at the moment. These mixed teams. As they chicane their way through this buoy and sharp point on the lap of the pool. Well, when both Felix Barrow and Matt Davis. Matt Davis is leading for We Can Do It at the moment. When he exits the pool at the top end, he will head through the doors and circuit round on the blue mats back towards transition. And in about 30 seconds or so, we will see Matt Davis exit for the Tritons. Giacomo Fatica is now in the pool on his swim, and he's really motoring at the moment. And Matt Davis on the edge of the pool. Out he comes, and away he goes. Some 20 metres back in the pool with Felix Barrow. Charging down on him is Giacomo Fatica, and here comes Matt Davis, the first para triathlete out of the pool in this mixed relay. Past the entrance and into transition, and Matt Davis will pass to Ronnie Robinson, who is guided by Sam Smythe on the bike. And now they mount their bike. And this is already a great event, and this is Felix Barrow getting out of the pool. And here they go, Ronnie Robinson and Sam Smythe for one lap of campus. 15 90-degree turns as they head on an anti-clockwise direction around campus. This is Felix Barrow, and he will hand over to Katie Crowhurst. This is Robinson on the back of the bike in the bright green helmet. And here they go, a lot of communication on this tandem bike. Head towards south of campus, chicaning their way through.
They're doing like the power
We're just waiting here for our Connie Ratley. She's waiting for Matt Davis just to hand over to her, I think. Well, she's still got to wait for Ronnie Robinson to finish his circuit. Bit of an inclined section on this course. Ollie Scott on the bike here for the Tritons as they come past the Paula Radcliffe Athletic Stadium. Robinson being guided by Sam Smythe. This is the furthest north point of the bike circuit. It's 2,000 metres as they head back round campus and storm their way down this nice flowing section on the bike. And they start to head north again, back towards the pool. And this has been a great surge up that climb by Ollie Scott for the Tritons. Robinson moving well at the moment, chicaning his way round. As Crowhurst goes past the Student Services building and now has about a 60 metre or so deficit on Ollie Scott. And he's now well over halfway on this circuit. Robinson starting to come round the top end of the rubber crumb rugby pitch in the centre of campus, past the power base gym as well, and you can see the rubber crumb just to the left. There's a bit of a speed bump you can just see with the guide bike in front there, and they'll navigate their way over that nicely as they head up this slight incline and turn right back towards the pool. This will conclude their first lap for the We Can Do It team, and Robinson and Smythe will hand over to Connie Ratley, who is eagerly awaiting her 2,000 metre effort on the bike. Scott just looked like he was losing grip with his shoe there, perhaps just having a bit of an issue. Crowhurst going well and has certainly closed their gap, maybe down to about 40 metres or so. Crowhurst will hand over to Ethan Dent for the Dream Team. Ollie Scott for the Tritons will hand over to Hattie Woodhouse. And away comes Connie Ratley. Hattie Woodhouse about to get on the bike. Ratley away around the Students' Union building. Heading past the athletics track and the cricket ground. There is Woodhouse for the Tritons. Love that green bike. Ratley climbing nicely as she heads almost to the furthest point away from the pool and transition. Hattie Woodhouse being charged down by Ethan Dent for the Dream Team as they come past the Paula Radcliffe Stadium, and here comes Dent on the surge. Smooth riding from both of these two athletes at the moment. Ratley has a good lead. It'll be interesting to see how it unravels. It's such a challenge, isn't it? Never quite sure how things will go. Come past this nice smooth downhill section. Well, this is the chicaning section downhill. They start to head back towards the centre of campus. Very sharp right 90-degree turn here. Ratley doing well to negotiate these tight bends.
I've got to, like, whilst I'm zooming out, you've got to do that, and then you've got to, like, when you come round here, you then got to rack it down.
Ethan Dent going well. You can just see out the back is Hattie Woodhouse for the Tritons. Big climb up here past the Student Services building. It's a hard effort, but they do know as they come under this arch that they're over halfway. They've done over 1,000 metres on the bike. Woodhouse going well at the moment, digging deep. It's a tough old climb.
Sorry mate, can you stay on the cycle path? Thank you. Whereabouts are you going? Oh nice, I'm in there.
Dent on that nice downhill section. Ratley she's coming past the 4G Rubber Crumb now, past the National Centre for Sport and Exercise Medicine. Ratley heading back into transition, back to the pool. Woodhouse on this downhill section. It's fast through there, lots of sharp turns. You need to keep your eye on the brakes as Ratley comes in to transition and hands over to Freddie Palin. And Freddie Palin puts his foot down straight away here, no messing about. Ethan Dent to turn left to come parallel to the 4G Rubber Crumb here, past the Power Base Gym. There is the National Centre for Sport and Exercise Science just behind him in the background. Ethan Dent will hand over back to Katie Crowhurst and her guide Anna Patterson. Well, there is Palin as he comes past the athletics track and leaves the indoor high performance centre in his wake, and Dent will hand over to Crowhurst once again. Ollie Scott is waiting for Hattie Woodhouse to get back to transition. Crowhurst guided by Anna Patterson at the front. Palin looking over his inside shoulder as he climbs up through campus and along University Road. And that is Woodhouse heading back into transition. Crowhurst in tandem with Patterson for the Dream Team. They turn right here and head back past Paul Radcliffe Athletics track and High Performance Centre. This Palin for We Can Do It. This is the Paratri for the Schools Games National Finals for 2022. We saw them on Thursday evening in the aquathlon. All of these athletes back into this mixed relay Paratri team and past the Student Services building, uphill. Crowhurst chicaning away past the cricket ground. Ollie Scott seems to have fixed the issue with his shoes and his pedals as Palin starts to head down this winding downhill section. Another one of these sharp 90-degree turns. Scott having a good start. Palin moving at pace. Lovely section, isn't it? They worked so hard in that first 1,000 metres. It's the long uphill climb down University Road. As they go under that arch, it does signify a change in elevation, a change in gradient. Scott's still working on the incline at University Road at the moment. Palin is doing well on the other side of this cycle course. Crowhurst in hot pursuit. Palin for We Can Do It is now past the 4G rubber crumb. He's looking really strong at the moment, digging deep. Palin will hand over to Matt Davis. Davis about to get the metaphorical baton from Palin, and here comes Davis. And away go, We Can Do It on the final leg of this bike. Looks pretty composed, doesn't he? In tandem, Katie Crowhurst and Anna Patterson past the 4G rubber crump. How close is Ollie Scott to them? Crowhurst and Ollie Scott have done 2 legs for each discipline so far for their team. Last few metres for Crowhurst on the 3rd leg of the Paratri mixed relay here at the Schools Games for 2022. The Schools Games are doing a sequential mixed relay, so every athlete in the team does a lap in the swim, then a lap on the bike, and then a lap on the run. And we're coming to the end of the 3rd leg on the bike. This is Matt Davis. He is leading for We Can Do It, the leader of the 3 teams here as he comes past the Paul Radcliffe Stadium and High Performance Centre and the cricket ground. Felix Barrow just getting ready to go on the bike. Just losing his foot in his clips and looks to have sorted it out now. Start to power away. This Davis Stadium. Turning right up University Road, driving down that road so many times you don't quite realise just how much of a steep incline it is. While the Tritons are chasing, this is Giacomo Fatica on the last leg on the bike for the Tritons. Can he chase down Felix Barrow? Can either of them chase down We Can Do It's Matt Davies? Davies grafting up this hill. He's negotiated that very well. Seems to have a lot of energy left in those legs. That archway just signalling around halfway on this 2,000 metre bike loop. Mile and a quarter on the bike. Part of this lovely downhill chicaning section. Fatica now coming past the athletics track. Well, when they head out of the bike and onto the run, they will be using the same run course we had on Thursday evening for the aquathlon. We are going in the opposite direction tonight, which is clockwise. So they will head out of the pool and transition past the Students' Union onto Ashby Road and Epinal Way. So it is one lap, 770 metres, I think. Everyone will do at least one loop of the run each. Felix Barrow going well, digging deep, almost at the pinnacle of this course as they start to chicane their way back down towards the National Centre for Sport and Exercise Science. This is Davies coming past that building now with the 4G rubber crumb on his left. Barrow in hot pursuit. Davies digging deep still. Great to see a closed campus here at Loughborough University. So, for Weekend Do It, Matt Davis about to close their segment on the bike course, and Davis will hand over to Ronnie Robinson and Sam Smythe. Sam Smythe, the guide to Ronnie Robinson. And Robinson now getting switched on as Davis is coming in to transition. Dismounting, getting over that line. And there goes Robinson. Well, they will come along the cones here and turn right. This first section is uphill. It's tight chicaning through the car park at the back of the Students' Union building. Robinson in full swing at the moment, leading. We're around about 30 minutes in. Robinson will hand over to Connie Ratley. Freddie Palin and Matt Davis will have the luxury of bringing the baton home for We Can Do It. This is Barrow for the Dream Team, and we'll hand over to Katie Crowhurst. Crowhurst, who's already done 2 legs in the pool and 2 legs on the bike, she's going to do 2 legs on the run. Less than half a mile, 750 metres, 770 metres or so. Crowhurst really putting her foot down. It's uphill on this first section. It will meander back downhill on the section as they head back towards the pool and behind the pool. Robinson already coming to a close on his lap and his leg in the run. Crowhurst with her guide, that's Sam Smythe on the left. Oh, sorry, Anna Patterson on the left. Sam Smythe, the guide, of course, to Ronnie Robinson. Great to see so many spectators on the bank as well. I'm sure they'll be running back up and having a look at what's happening in transition. Giacomo Fatica will hand over to Ollie Scott. And Scott, look at him go, sprinting away. Well, he has got Crowhurst to chase down. Robinson, oh, he's got a time penalty. Well, I wonder what that's for. As they come in to transition and the changeover. Scott is storming away with it. 750 metres is a walk in the park for some of these supremely fit athletes, and as he turns right and 90 degrees down here, he'll have a nice sloping section as Connie Ratley gets the baton for We Can Do It from Ronnie Robinson. Ratley climbing uphill towards the Students' Union. Crowhurst snaking her way back around the pool of dreams here at Loughborough University. Scott dug deep in that opening quarter mile, that opening half. They'll have to loop back round, do a 180-degree turn, coming past the bikes. Through transition, they've gone the wrong way. Oh no! They thought they might have done a bit of a misdirection. And Scott has had an absolute blinder here on the run. The first leg of the run for the Tritons. Well, they needed a bit more direction. This is Ethan Dent for the Dream Team, trying to chase down Connie Ratley, who leads for We Can Do It. Worth mentioning that We Can Do It have 4 different athletes in their lineup, whereas the other 2 teams, the Tritons and the Dream Team, have Katie Crowhurst and Ollie Scott both doing double legs on the first and third legs respectively. Ratley coming to a close on her run on the second leg for We Can Do It. This is Hattie Woodhouse on the second leg for the Tritons. Ratley coming through. Well, can she find that? We've got some cones up now. No misdirection this time. And most importantly for We Can Do It, they had a time penalty for Ronnie Robinson on their first leg of the run. Ratley hands over to Freddie Palin. This is Ethan Dent moving nicely as he comes along Epping Way. He will turn right back into campus on University Road and chicane his way past the pool. Palin uphill here towards the Loughborough Students' Union. Back into campus for the Dream Team's Ethan Dent, who will hand back over to Katie Crowhurst on her final effort of the day. Hattie Woodhouse moving nicely at the moment. Dent at the end of the second leg for the Dream Team will hand back over to Katie Crowhurst. Well, here is Katie Crowhurst on the third leg for the Dream Team. This is Hattie Woodhouse. She will hand back over to Ollie Scott. Great running from Hattie Woodhouse. A great performance in the aquathlon. the other night, on Thursday 2 nights ago. Had a busy day yesterday as well. Crowhurst is Ollie Scott once again. He's tearing away with this uphill. Look at that climb. He is absolutely rapid, isn't he? Ollie Scott. Crowhurst, almost job done for her today. Another 100 or so metres. Well guided by Anna Patterson today. Ollie Scott digging deep. Using those long legs of his is Crowhurst for the Dream Team. In second place at the moment. Well, we've already seen Matt Davies head off on the final leg for We Can Do It, and he will bring them home in first. Crowhurst sprinting to the line to hand over to Felix Barrow. How much energy has Felix Barrow got left? In second at the moment for the Dream Team. Tight right hand turn here as he heads uphill. I've walked it, it's definitely uphill along there towards the SU. Ollie Scott for the Tritons. To Giacomo Fatica. We Can Do It are about to finish as Matt Davies comes through transition over the blue matting. He will take another very, very tight turn. I'm sure he's got tyre legs. But Matt Davies in the Schools Games National Finals for 2022 takes the win in the para tri mixed relay for the We Can Do It team. 3 teams in this, they will all get medals as they deserve. Some individual medals to be handed out from the aquathlon and figure of 8 and bike race, but we could be on for a bit of a sprint finish here, because this is Felix Barrow at the front being charged down at some pace by Giacomo Fatica for the Tritons, and this is the sort of finish we wanted. Can Barrow hold on for the Dream Team? Giacomo Fatica is digging deep. Well, this is the sort of finish we like to see. 2 great young athletes battling it out, showing some of these Schools Games values of determination and passion and self-belief. They've had a lot of teamwork in this mixed relay para triathlon. Barrow digging deep as they get back onto the blue carpet. Fatica is metres behind him. It's going to be tight as they start to chicane their way back through transition past the pool. A lot of cheers as they start to come round the corner, and it is Fatica that has taken the lead for the Tritons. Barrow digging deep behind him. We are on for an absolute battle. They just need to mind the step as they come down and turn left. 2 more sharp turns. 180-degree turn. Oh, Barrow's just tripped. Well, that is a shame. Working so hard. But it is the Tritons with Giacomo Fatica on the last leg. What a surging run for him to take second place. And a wonderful, wonderful run from the Dream Team's Felix Barrow, who, well, showed a lot of self-belief to pick himself up off the blue carpet and cross the line in the last 40 metres or so. And what a race that is. Great to see. That was a great spectacle, wasn't it, in the para-tries. The first of its kind here at the schools games finals, and we're delighted to have brought that to you. We have 13 teams taking part in the mixed triathlon relay, which is coming up for you in around 30 minutes time. They may well get underway a bit sooner than planned, because I've seen them doing warm-ups in the pool already. The bike's there, ready and waiting. So we will be back in a few minutes time, just before the start of the triathlon mixed relay here, the final event of the triathlon event at the schools games national final for 2022. We'll be back very shortly.
When you come to Loughborough, there's so many different sports that we have on offer, whether you want to compete or whether you want to play recreationally. But our competitive side, we have our AU teams, so we hold taster sessions, so you can give things a go. And then if you want to, you can trial for the team. And then if you're successful on the team, you buy a membership and you compete for Loughborough in that sport.
Loughborough has been phenomenally successful at BUCS. BUCS is the British Universities and Colleges Sport Championships. So we have over 60 clubs that compete and train week in, week out. Thousands and thousands of students take part in the athletic union, and they all love to wear the kind of African violet purple shirt with pride and represent the university against other universities and against the best clubs in the country.
The buzz you get on Wednesday nights, the BUCS nights, just running out in front of all your friends, it's just a real buzz, walking through that tunnel, getting onto the pitch. Playing for Loughborough makes me feel really proud, just seeing the people that have been there, worn the shirt already, and what they're doing now. They're playing for England on the weekends, they're playing for the professional clubs.
Each athletic union club has their own student committee which help to run and facilitate their sport. It's really important for us that student development is just as much at the heart of what our athletic union clubs do, as well as the actual playing of sport. Everybody gets to use the same facilities here on campus. It's not like we've got facilities that are only for elite people or only for beginners. We all use the same facilities, tread on the same pitches, and we've got staff that are available to make sure that your experience is as good as it can be. We have an incredible array of coaching staff, performance support staff, so things like physios, strength and conditioning coaches that are always on hand to help people learn, develop and improve.
So the AU at Loughborough is just like completely different from any other university. The competitive side of it is really supported by the uni, and like the social side as well, alongside the competitive teams. Everyone seems to really be invested and come and support Loughborough when they're playing.
Loughborough will give you an incredible opportunity for sport, whatever your interest is, whatever level you want to be part of, and really have that life-shaping journey through university. This is the place that you can really develop and learn and enjoy yourself as well.
There's so much respect for Loughborough because it generates good players but also like well-rounded people, and I think being here for 4 years I've really realised how much it's developed me as a person, not only as a badminton player.
The fact that it's on campus really helps with your sport because you've got the best facilities in the UK here right at your fingertips.
So parasport is integrated through almost all of our offers at Loughborough. Of course, there are some sports where we need to have specialist provision for some para athletes, but overall most of our programmes are highly integrated so that you have disabled and non-disabled athletes able to train alongside each other. We've got fantastic facilities, fantastic coaches, fantastic support staff. Our alumni network extends throughout professional sport, and what that creates in the end is a Loughborough family which really is there around you and supporting you as you move through your journey.
As a scholar, I get free physio support, so I can see physio whenever I like and it's for free. I get free S&C, so I have a strength and conditioning coach that works with me and my coach. Then I can see a nutritionist, which again, he ties in with my strength and conditioning.
It's all quite individualised, so the coaches will sit down with you and discuss like what you want out of the programme, what are your priorities, and they'll build a kind of a schedule that will suit you and your needs.
It makes everything easy because they all talk to each other and then they can talk to my coach and then everything's just in one place, and so it's just, yeah, it's ideal, to be honest.
One of the things I'm proudest of is that the average marks of our performance athletes are higher than the university average almost every year. We really care about people's degrees and we support them and make modifications to both their sporting programme and their education programme so that they can genuinely do both.
The reputation of Loughborough, it's there for a reason. It's known as the best because it is the best.
So our facilities are fantastic and it's hard not to get blown away by them. But the thing I would really sell us on is the environment, the culture and the people that you'll be around. People genuinely trying to be the best they can be. We've got people competing internationally across all sorts of sports and you can't really fail but to be motivated and inspired by that.
Hello, I'm Ali Oliver, Chief Executive of the children's charity, the Youth Sport Trust, and I'm really excited to share our new strategy with you, inspiring changemakers and building belonging. Children only have one childhood, and worryingly things have got really critical for their health and happiness. We are staring in the face of the next pandemic, where children are spending too much time online and not enough time playing together and playing with their friends. Unhappy, unhealthy children don't learn. When children don't learn, they don't achieve their potential in life, and we end up with a society that isn't fit for purpose. Sadly, this isn't new to us at the Youth Sport Trust. We have spent 27 years building brighter futures through the power of play and sport, changing lives for the better by getting young people active, playing together, and experiencing the joy of movement. At the Youth Sport Trust, our vision is a future where every child enjoys the benefits that come from play and sport. And now there's never been a more important time for us to focus on this. Our strategy sets out to tackle this. Over the coming years, we'll harness the power of play and sport to help young people find a sense of belonging and raise awareness of the damaging impact of a life without play and sport. By helping young people feel a sense of belonging, we'll stop them being isolated, lonely, feeling anxious and bombarded by others constantly telling them how they should look, feel and be. We really need your support. A 4-year-old entering school this year will leave in 2035. They deserve a world where their health, happiness and well-being is prioritised. We're on a mission to try and create societal change, but we can't do that alone. We need a whole range of new change makers, teachers, families, young leaders themselves, politicians, the media, a range of people in public life who are equally concerned about the health and happiness of the next generation. So please join us, become a change maker, read our strategy and help us build a brighter future for young people through play and sport. Thank you.
When you come to Loughborough, there's so many different sports that we have on offer, whether you want to compete or whether you want to play recreationally. But our competitive side, we have our AU teams, so we hold taster sessions, so you can give things a go. And then if you want to, you can trial for the team. And then if you're successful on the team, you buy a membership and you compete for Loughborough in that sport.
Loughborough has been phenomenally successful at BUCS. BUCS is the British Universities and Colleges Sport Championships. So we have over 60 clubs that compete and train week in, week out. Thousands and thousands of students take part in the athletic union, and they all love to wear the kind of African violet purple shirt with pride and represent the university against other universities and against the best clubs in the country.
The buzz you get on Wednesday nights, the BUCS nights, just running out in front of all your friends, it's just a real buzz, walking through that tunnel, getting onto the pitch. Playing for Loughborough makes me feel really proud, just seeing the people that have been there, worn the shirt already, and what they're doing now. They're playing for England on the weekends, they're playing for the professional clubs.
Each athletic union club has their own student committee which help to run and facilitate their sport. It's really important for us that student development is just as much at the heart of what our athletic union clubs do, as well as the actual playing of sport. Everybody gets to use the same facilities here on campus. It's not like we've got facilities that are only for elite people or only for beginners. We all use the same facilities, tread on the same pitches, and we've got staff that are available to make sure that your experience is as good as it can be. We have an incredible array of coaching staff, performance support staff, so things like physio, strength and conditioning coaches that are always on hand to help people learn, develop and improve.
So the AU at Loughborough is just like completely different from any other university. The competitive side of it is really supported by the uni, and like the social side as well, alongside the competitive teams. Everyone seems to really be invested and come and support Loughborough when they're playing.
Loughborough will give you an incredible opportunity for sport, whatever your interest is, whatever level you want to be part of, and really have that life-shaping journey through university. This is the place that you can really develop and learn and enjoy yourself as well.
There's so much respect for Loughborough because it generates good players but also like well-rounded people, and I think being here for 4 years I've really realised how much it's developed me as a
representing Yorkshire, Rory Bryant, Oliver Boy, Shani and Hayden Boy. For the East Midlands, Dan Van Aert, Rebecca Van Aert, Ruben Stilson and Paul Lester.
What? Breaking it down? What? Yeah, getting
For the rest
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe you're fucking thunderstorm. Well, I'm ready for it to piss down.
Depends what it is. Cricket comes on tomorrow, right?
Thunderstorm.
Representing the East Region, Ben Howlett, Misha Trent-Evans, Arthur Bard, and Lana Morgan.
That's usually right. I think you'll probably, because it's not like this is you'll find that like has to
Representing London, Charlie Brook, Tommy Mitchell, Jack Weeks, and Gareth Guerra. Representing the Southwest, Tom Merton, next to you, Harry Maxwell and Ella Rouge. Representing South Central, Patrick Atkinson, Lucy Phillips, Samuel Davis and Anna Jollett.
I fucking hate this.
To the southeast, Alex Stack, Gabriella Hall, Charlie Ferris and Lauren Mitchell. Representing Scotland, Alex Robin, Melissa Serval, Charlotte Hard and Ella Schreiber.
Right, the mixed relay triathlon about to get underway, and every team has their own entrance song they get to come through and present themselves to. We've got Queen, Another One Bites the Dust, Dizzy Rascal, Katy Perry, Paloma Faith, somebody here with the Jerusalem anthem, although I did hear a rumour that they might be changing that to something a bit more up-tempo. Well, we have 13 teams, 4 athletes in each team. Scotland taking the win back in 2021.
Yeah, literally all that road. As you walk around that road, you'll see an aspect
Well, we have the swim, the bike and the run. It is 2.5 laps and a bit on the first leg in the swim, 2,000 metre laps on the bike, and then 2 750 metre laps on the run. About to get underway in a couple of minutes' time. We have 13 teams. They will enter onto the pontoon. Two of our teams, we've got a few pages to show you. Max Murray, Tabitha Robson, Brandon Pye and Freya Johnson. They occupy one of the top berths on the pontoon. Rory Bryant in there, Yorkshire team, very strong, as you may expect. A nice one for the East Midlands. Dan and Becky Van Aert, I'm sure their parents are either here or are watching online. If you are, thanks for joining us, the Van Aert family. The West Midlands there with Adamson, Donnelly, Pridden and Price. Expect a good run from them. The East, Howlett, Trent, Evans, Ballard and Morgan. Our 6th team. They will be 6th on the pontoon. A good position as they come back to the buoy. And Charlie Brook, Poppy Mitchell, Jack Weeks, Gareth Ferreira. There's so many strong quartets throughout this mixed relay in the triathlon. We'll see them entering onto the pontoon. Well, here come first 13 athletes. As I say, it is a good old jaunt. Last year it was won in around 1 hour 17. We're expecting something similar today.
last year. So this really is the pinnacle of youth sports with a lot of potential to go on to become a better.
So it's the East Midlands, Wales, North East, London, South Central, East, South West Yorkshire, Scotland, North West, South East, West Midlands and West Central. The regions being represented here. And away we go. Well, it goes boy, girl on the 4-leg order, and this first leg on the swim is around about 355 metres. They will go 50 metres up, they'll tumble, turn, head back, and then they will break at the central buoy for 2.5 laps, and they're going to enter on this end of the pool, not the pontoon end. It's not like the aquathlon the other night. They will exit the pool, run around the pool back to transition, so they will have around about a 60 or so metre run. Well, 13 athletes in the pool, it's all bunched up at the back. Got a good lead at the moment from what looks to be Scotland with Alex Robin. And Scotland, the reigning champions from 2021. We didn't have spectators last year, of course, due to COVID. Changed that up this year, and we have people back in venue here at Loughborough University campus. Now, coming towards the end of their first full perimeter lap of the pool. So we are looking for around about 17-18 minutes a leg. Not be far off that for the men. A little bit longer in the women's legs. But already we're seeing a nice stretched out field. You see as they come back round here, they will have another lap to go as they get to this buoy. This is the top corner that they will exit the pool at. And you see the double doors just to the right of picture. And then they will exit and run round back to transition. Our leader coming round for about half a lap to go. And if you didn't watch the schools games mixed relay triathlon last year, well, you're going to be in for a treat, because when it starts to unravel, there is so much going on. People entering and exiting the pool. The transition is a very busy place to be, and the athletes towards the front of this swim are definitely helping their chances at the moment. We'll give you the leaders as we can and as they exit. So 355 metre swim done. It is Scotland with Alex Robin exiting the pool first. And through those top doors they head and loop back around the entrance towards the pool. This is Robin doing that right now onto the blue carpet. Still 7 or 8 swimmers still to exit the pool. And for a short time, the Pool of Dreams here at Loughborough University will be silent. And here comes Robin. Good manoeuvring around that 180-degree turn. It's another tight 90-degree turn coming up for Robin as the last couple of athletes exit the pool. Ben Howlett just coming out of the pool there as well. And Alex Robin is away on his first of 2 full circuits. He'll come to the yellow cones there to turn around, and that is where the lap ends. It's 2,000 metres a lap, 4,000 metres on the bike in total per leg. And this is Robin, the leader for Scotland, the reigning champions from 2021. Robin heading past the Paul Radcliffe athletics track. Still athletes coming out of transition, getting shoes clipped in. The speed at which these athletes are smashing around the course already. Robin under hot pursuit. But he is in the lead at the moment as he heads up the University Road on the first real incline. Well, he's being chased. Well, we all know as the athletes come through at each changeover who is leading. We're around 7.5 minutes in. Robin already on the lovely sloping gradient downhill. Comes through a couple of sharp 90-degree turns. 15 90-degree turns on this cycle course all in. It's a very challenging technical bike for all of these young athletes. They had some experience on the figure of 8 yesterday over at Donington Race Circuit. They had 2 challenges on the bike yesterday. A figure of 8, which is around about 1.86 kilometres, and they then had a bike race as well, and it was the time from the aquathlon and the figure of 8 combined which then set the order for the bike race. And the bike race, whoever finished first in that would win the overall individual competition at the 2022 Schools Games National Final. So later on, around about an hour and 20 minutes time, I suspect we will have 2 presentations for the mixed relays in both the para-tri and able-bodied competitions, and then in the individual competitions as well. Robin is leading towards the end of this first lap, and he'll have about an hour to wait to find out the results once his leg of this mixed relay triathlon is complete. Rory Bryant from Yorkshire is trailing him, so we know our top 2 at the moment. It's Alex Robin, and look at this tight 180-degree turn. It's 2 laps of 2,000 metres on the bike. there is Robin. Along University Road, he will dip and turn right back towards the Paula Radcliffe Athletics track. It's a more reserved turn. It's tight and technical and challenging. Robin is looking great at the moment for Scotland. Here is Howlett coming back in, ending his first lap. 10 minutes in at the moment. It's challenging out on that course. It's a bit of a breeze here on campus today. Looks like we might have had a bit of rain out there as well. Robin being chased by Rory Bryant from Yorkshire. These two with almost 1,000 metres to go on this bike. A quarter of it to go. This arch signalling around about 1,000 metres to go. Does signify the end of the uphill climb and start of a very fast technical downhill descent as they start to chicane their way through back past the Student Services building, heading towards the National Centre for Sport and Exercise Science. A couple of triathletes just paired in together there. This is second. I think Bryant's been reeled in perhaps. Over one of the speed bumps. Now at the far end of the 4G rubber crumb pitch. Past the National Centre for Sport and Exercise Science, and Scotland looking good at the moment with a strong lead. Robin just using this time to start to release his feet from his shoes and the bike, and he will get his trainers on in order to tackle the run. And the run is the same route as it was for the aquathlon on Thursday evening. Rather than 3 laps, it's 2 laps, 1,500 metres. 2 750 metre laps. It's in a clockwise direction. It's the opposite way to the aquathlon. All clean at the dismount for Scotland's Alex Robin. Away it goes, Alex Robin. Well, it's busy. Alex Robin leads. He's already on the up past the SU and onto Ashby Road. Some support from the bank as well. They get to the end of that tunnel under the trees, if you like, and they turn right to Epinal Way and head back towards the pool. The run circuit on this end of campus, very much a circuit around the pool and transition. Howlett there.
Patrick Atkinson is out, as is Alex Stepp.
1,500 metres this run. That is Britain. Robin already back towards the pool, coming towards the end of his first lap. It's around 750 metres or so a lap. Wood is there, Brooke is there. Alex Dack is there, and we know Alex Dack is an absolutely superb runner. Well, this is the end of the first lap of the run for Alex Robin. And he's looking strong at the moment. One more lap of the run to go. Brian is chasing Rory Bryant for Yorkshire. We're still waiting to see who's in third at the moment. Robin digging deep. It's tough to head uphill after a couple of tight turns around the transition. Bryant in third, he's being well chased. Got Holmes and Adamson in third and fourth at the moment. Adamson for the West Midlands. This is Holmes heading away from the SU. More bodies on the bank now as they start to look and cheer. A lot of work still to be done. It can change very quickly. And here is Alex Robin heading back off Eppinal Way onto University Road, back into campus now for Scotland, back into campus for Alex Robin, and he will hand over the baton to Melissa Turnbull. And Melissa Turnbull will head into the pool for around 335 metres of swimming. Brian going well for Yorkshire in second at the moment. You can just see at the top of picture. And is Adamson being chased by Luke Holmes now. Well, our first swimmer is into the pool. On the second leg, and it is Turnbull for Scotland. Lucy Donnelly in second at the moment for the West Midlands. Southwest in there, Katie Ute in the pool for them at the moment. Well, we're going to have our work cut out in the pool, because whilst Scotland are in there, we know that the West Midlands are Yorkshire. It is difficult to see the numbers on the right arm of these second leg athletes, and when the other swimmers come in, it is an absolute challenge to work out who is where. But what I can tell you is on the second, third and fourth legs, they swim 335 metres. It is 3 laps and an extra length in order to exit the pool through those doors on your screen now. Well, we're still with Scotland at the front and being trailed by West Central and the West Midlands and Yorkshire. Those we believe are the top 4 as it stands. Bunched up. We've got Tabitha Robson in the pool for the North East. Max Murray running well on that first leg. Brandon Pye is going to be strong for them on the third leg, as is Freya Johnson. Just over a lap to go on your screen there in blue. That is Melissa Turnbull for Scotland, and she's got just over a lap to go on this second leg in the pool. We believe that it is Yorkshire in second, some 20 metres back behind Scotland in the pool. It's such an exciting event, this, the mixed relay in the triathlon. If you haven't seen it before, if you weren't watching last year, the first time we saw it at the Olympics, or you didn't see it at this year's Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, and it was held over at Sutton Park. So around half a lap to go at the moment in the pool for Scotland. They will exit. Melissa Turnbull digging deep. She's being well chased. And Turnbull for Scotland exiting the pool. Well, she's got a 60 or 70 metre run. Well, there she is, Turnbull. Onto the bike now for 2 laps of this 2,000 metre circuit. Turnbull being well chased in the pool, under hot pursuit. And it is the West Midlands there. We've got Coy as well for Yorkshire. Here goes Scotland. Oh, it's tight in the blue. That is Donnelly for the West Midlands. Well, we have 4 teams near the front on this second leg. It is Scotland leading. Coy there for Yorkshire. Top 3 at the moment. A couple of other athletes come out of transition. It's a real battle as they now head back onto University Road and head up on the incline. This is you. For the southwest. Well, it's Scotland at the front, being well chased at the moment. You can just see them being chased down. This is Coy in 3rd for Yorkshire. They start to head back down towards this downhill section, and Scotland with Turnbull nudged back into 2nd for the first time. Well, there's so much happening on this course at the moment. The schools games, national finals for 2022. The battle is on. This is the second leg of 4 in the mixed relay. Scotland in 2nd. We think it is the southeast with Gabriella Horn near the front with getting information from our live results system. But this is the end of the first lap on the bike. Coy is definitely in 3rd at the moment. It is very close at the end of 2 legs. We have one more lap on the bike. It's a 4,000 metre circuit, 2 laps of 2,000 metres on the bike. There is the lead bike. We are being told that it's Simmons for the southeast leading at the moment from Turnbull, and Coy for Yorkshire in third. They're going to stay with the leaders, try and keep an eye on where these medals may go. Simmons, who just before the halfway point on the first lap of the bike took to the front. They've come past the athletics track on campus, such a hub of athletic activity. This is back towards the end of the bike lap. Well, here they come as they turn right up University Road on this climb, and this is really one of the best parts of the course to try and steal the lead and get back in front. It's so twisty and turny. There's 15 90-degree turns on this course, and we have 3 teams near the front. It's the South East, Scotland and Yorkshire, with Holmes, Turnbull and Helena Coy. And we are seeing now a great surge from Helena Coy for Yorkshire. And what about that? We said that that incline along University Road was the mark to try and push on and take the lead, and Coy has done just that for Yorkshire. This arch signifying around about halfway on the lap, so they have less than 1,000 metres to go. It is where a very fast-paced technical downhill part of the bike course comes into play. Coy with a sharp left-handed turn here, having to keep an eye on the brakes and be patient at this point. And she's opened up a whopping lead. The surge she put on up that incline, I don't think Holmes or Turnbull could see it coming, but there is so much to play for still. This is coming towards the back end of the second leg in this mixed relay. There is Van Aert for these Midlands. Downhill again. Look at that, it's got to be 60 or 70 metres or so at this point. On this section of road, wedged between the top end of the 4G Rubber Crumb and the National Centre for Sport and Exercise Science, it's a left-handed turn heading towards the pool and transition, and Helena Coy for Yorkshire with a good lead at this point. It's a healthy lead heading into the run. Well, in second, it's Simmons. Starts to unclip now before the dismount. Great ride as well from Simmons. But it is Coy that leads. A lot of cheers coming from the bank. She's got some good support. Turnbull, who led coming into the bike after that great opening leg from Alex Robin of Scotland. Well, what about that for the transition? Great speed. There is Helena Coy, out of transition, away from the pool, being chased by Simmons. Simmons with a great transition. That's the mystical fourth discipline in the triathlon. Well, just how much can Simmons close this gap? It was a superb ride from Coy. How much energy as she spent on that uphill climb to take the lead. And I think at that point it is Simmons who's just looked as if she was going to try and take a surge along Ashby Road. We'll see them again as they come back along Epinal Way. Well, it is Simmons in the blue trainers that has taken the lead. Scotland have slipped back and have got some work to do on these final two legs if they want to try and retain their title from 2021. Coy in second after that wonderful ride on the bike, just needs to try and keep in touch. Trent Evans for the East. There's Scotland's Turnbull. A look on her inside shoulder. There is Simmons. She'll come back through transition now. This is the end of her first lap of the run, 750 metres or so wrapped up. There, Eloisa Simmons. It's really the second leg where things start to get a bit more stretched out. There's not too much to choose between them, certainly enough to be able to close the gap over the final two legs. Simmons looking strong. Decided to go for it early on that first lap of the run. And it is West Central at the moment who lead. Trent Evans coming towards the end of her first lap of the run. Simmons away from the SU, turning right onto Ashby Road. It's great to see so many supporters on the bank between the pool and Ashby Road. That is Donnelly for the West Midlands. Just wonder whether Donnelly had trouble with her bike because they were much further up the field. There is Mitchell on her second lap in the run. Gabriella Horn chasing down Scotland's Turnbull. Simmons. Coming out of the SU. And it's Trent Evans on her second lap as well. Field really beginning to get stretched out now. Well, Eloisa Simmons with a wonderful leg for West Central, and she'll tag Jude Clayton, who heads into the pool for his first of 3 laps. It is Yorkshire in second with Jan Yip, and Jan Yip is a great swimmer. We saw that in the aquathlon the other night. The East Midlands now into third, and Ruben Snelson heads into the pool. Well, we have 4 teams in the pool. The South East in there as well, and Scotland. Those are your top 5 at the moment. So it is West Central, Yorkshire, East Midlands, the South East and Scotland. Well, we're around about the halfway point in this triathlon mixed relay for the schools games, national finals. The third of 4 days of competition. These triathletes will finally be able to rest tomorrow, so it's time to put everything on the line. Athlete well-being has been such a big feature in the 2022 edition of the schools games. All of these athletes showcasing the values of this event: determination, honesty, passion, respect, self-belief, teamwork and being eco-friendly. And the guys that are already in the pool are thrashing it out at the moment. It is 3 perimeter laps and 1 length. So West Central leading from Yorkshire, East Midlands, South East and Scotland. We've got Jude Clayton for West Central, Jan Yip for Yorkshire, Ruben Snelson for the East Midlands, Charlie Ferris for the South East, and for Scotland it is Charlie Treharne. Every athlete in this competition, the very best the UK has to offer. And we have just seen Jude Clayton exit the pool. Jan Yip in second place for Yorkshire, exiting the pool as they entered it. And here goes Clayton for West Central, trying to extend this lead. Clayton with a look on his inside shoulder, just checking how far Yorkshire are in behind. Yeah, digging deep early on here, trying to close that gap. Scotland and Treharne. On the run now. Well, here's Scotland and Traherne. We know he's a strong runner. There's a bit of a change because the East Midlands are back in behind Scotland at the moment. There is Traherne, there's Snelson. Clayton leading, Yip still in hot pursuit. The gap is relatively consistent over the first 1,000 metres of this 4,000 metre cycle. Clayton leading. There's a battle at the moment for third, and it's between the East Midlands and Scotland. It's Traherne and Snelson. These two leapfrogging each other at the moment. It's a strong technical part of the course, downhill, heading back towards the pool. Clayton leads. Yep. In hot pursuit still. Clayton and Yip. It's a very tight 180-degree turn. Yip has closed the gap just a little bit here. I wonder how much these two athletes are hurting. They will have 2 laps of the run. 1,500 metres as they come back round once more. Well, we've got the West Midlands in the pool still, with Will Pridden, and I think the West Midlands, Lucy Donnelly, must have had a puncture on that second leg on the bike, because she went from something like 4 to the back. And the East Midlands that is the West Midlands. Will Pridden at the pool. There he goes into transition. Here they go then. Yip and Clayton. Yip has got to the front momentarily there as they climb up University Road. There goes the West Midlands. Great effort from them. They're really showing a lot of determination and belief. Part of the school's games values. Yip at the front. On the pegs as they go through that extended climb. Now it starts to ease off. 1,000 metres or so to go. On leg 3 on the bike. It is Yip at the front. Yip for Yorkshire, Clayton for West Central. It's a good tussle between these two at the moment. Scotland into third, just playing leapfrog with the East Midlands and Ruben Snelson. A good battle between these two. Clayton back in front as they head around the 4G rubber crumb past the National Centre for Exercise and Sports Science. Clayton leads in the black helmet on the blue bike. Well, the battle is really on as we come to the final discipline of the third leg. It is going to be 1,500 metres in the run, 2 laps of 750 metres. It's a clockwise run, different direction to what we saw in the aquathlon, and it starts with a twist and turn, an uphill climb towards the Students' Union through transition. It's Clayton leading at the moment for West Central. Yip mounts the bike first. Traherne is in third for Scotland, but only slightly. And Yip is out of transition first. It's a good ride from Traherne for Scotland. They're back in the mix at the moment. Snelson going well for the East Midlands, and it is Yip leading. What has Clayton got? It's a real tussle between these two at the front at the moment. Yorkshire versus West Central. Same battle for third. Well, it's all going to come down to this final leg once this run is wrapped up, and Clayton in the lead once again for the first time though on this run. Traherne leading Snelson at the moment. A lot of support on the bank. Yip digging deep in second. Ferris in fifth for the Southeast. Traherne sitting in third for Scotland, who had a convincing lead in the early part of this race, but the swim always bunches people back together. Clayton leads, Yip digging deep in behind him. It's been a tough 3 days of action for these athletes. The aquathlon, a heat and a final on Thursday evening. They had the figure of 8 technical bike circuit yesterday. They had an individual bike race after that as well. And this mixed relay triathlon this evening. Traherne leading from Snelson. Brandon Pye we just saw there as well for the Northeast. Well, here come our 2 leaders in first and second then for West Central and Yorkshire. The end of their first lap of the run, 750 metres to go. Well, it's fascinating, isn't it, the mixed relay triathlon, how it unfolds. Clayton leads from Jan Yip. This is the third leg if you're just joining us here at Loughborough University for the Schools Games National Finals for 2022, and Scotland have started to edge out the East Midlands in third. Traherne has made his move towards the end of that first lap. 700 metres or so to go for him. Yip has made another surge at the front, digging deep. Snelson just fading back slightly as he heads along this incline towards the Students' Union. And there's the West Midlands. Ruben Snelson, or rather Will Pridden. Well, we're almost at the end, and Jan Yip has had a fabulous leg for Yorkshire. Put them at the front. Chicaning their way through, and Jan Yip will tag in Ely Malloy for Yorkshire to get the fourth and final leg underway. Clayton chasing closely behind with Annabelle Souter, and we know Souter's strong. We saw that in the aquathlon. So 2 into the pool on the final leg. It's Yorkshire versus West Central. Scotland coming through the changeover now. Treherne will pass on to Ella Chalmers. Souter already closed that gap down in the pool. Here comes Snelson for the East Midlands. We'll hand over to Freya Leicester. Can Freya Leicester close the gap on Scotland in third? That is the battle for first. Souter closed down that 10-metre lead already in the pool. The Southeast in fifth. They're into the pool now with Lauren Mitchell. In transition. The changeover box well marshalled. So it's Yorkshire from West Central, Scotland in third. And it's Ely Malloy for Yorkshire. Just slipping back into second at the moment. Scotland in third with Ella Chalmers at the moment. As you said on previous legs, when they get into the pool it is a bit chaotic because people are entering and others are on different laps, and it's a 335 metre swim, 3 full laps and an extra length or so. Well, it's chaotic in the pool. Souter with a strong 2 laps so far. And we've got the West Midlands. Well, we're approaching the close of the hour. 2021, it was won by Scotland in around about an hour and 17 minutes. We're not going to be too far off that, maybe slightly quicker, but it will be close. It was the boys that closed the relay last year. It will be the girls that close on the last leg for 2022. At the moment, well, it's West Central and Annabelle Suter leading, taking the lead in the first lap and a half in the pool from Yorkshire's Ely Malloy. Scotland in third, with Ella Chalmers claw their way back towards the front of this. Great to have spectators back for 2022. Well, Annabelle Suter with just over a lap to go, and she's going to exit the pool. The swim is done, she's got 2 more disciplines to go. And here is the West Midlands entering the pool for the final time. Done really well to claw back a lot of time after that suspected puncture on the second leg. Here is Suter for the WC wildcard team. I've been calling it the West Central, I've just been informed it's wildcard. Scotland doing well. Well, it's all coming to a very sprightly conclusion. We have Malloy entering into transition. There is Scotland. Well, there is Scotland. Malloy is in second for Yorkshire. It is wildcard leading. Seated for the wildcard team then leading. Well, it's all unravelling at the front. Suter leads for the wildcard team. Yorkshire in second, closely followed by Ella Chalmers in third, and we'll keep an eye out because this is Malloy in second as she goes past the Paula Radcliffe Stadium. At the front it's Suter on the uphill climb along University Road to the centre of campus. Here is Scotland. We think Chalmers is around about 10 or 11 seconds behind Malloy for Yorkshire at the moment. We will see. wildcard team have a great lead at the moment. This is exactly where they'd want to be on the penultimate discipline. It's a tough old climb. This on the downhill section, halfway on the first lap. It's two 2,000 metre laps, 4,000 metres in all, anti-clockwise around the Loughborough University campus. Suter, patient on the bike at the moment. What a swim from Annabelle Suter, just to edge things in front. She's being cautious on this challenging technical part. It's downhill, it's fast, it's tight, and Suter doing a wonderful job. Here is Malloy closing the gap at the moment. I wonder, can Malloy and Yorkshire just put the pressure on to maybe make that first lap of the run a bit challenging? Suter looking good, coming towards the end of this downhill section. We're getting towards dusk, aren't we, here at Loughborough? Past the National Centre for Sport and Exercise Science, there is the Loughborough 4G rubber crumb on her left. Keep an eye out for this speed bump. Malloy is absolutely tearing after the wildcard team and Annabelle Suter at the moment. Just see the cadence in their legs as the difference at the moment. Suter with that strong swim, maybe just saving something for this second lap on the bike and in the run, but she will have somebody to chase here as well, which I'm sure will give her something to bite and something to feast on as she enters into this second lap. That is the halfway point. Onto the pegs she goes. It's a challenging technical bit. She'll also have one eye on where Malloy is, and she will have just seen her there as they come past each other. Malloy maybe will use that to her advantage. She knows that she can chase, and it's really on. This is the battle for the gold medal in the schools games, national finals, mixed relay in the triathlon. Malloy on her second lap now. Suter past the athletics track. We've seen 2 days of action there, on Friday and today. Malloy just entering. There is Wilson. And here is Malloy past the athletics track. Another twisty technical part of the course. Malloy looking to power away. Head past the cricket ground and up University Road. This is Suter. She must be around about 120 metres or so in front. Digging deep on this uphill climb. Looking to try and close the gap on what I believe to be Garance Ferreira of London in the red. I'd say maybe just having somebody in her sights might spur her on and keep that energy. It's tough when you're out in front, not quite sure where everybody is. She put in such a ginormous effort in the pool. Suter on the final quarter of this bike section. It's downhill, 15 90-degree turns on this course. It's challenging, it's fast. Annabelle Suter doing a great job for the wildcard team at the moment. Almost 70 minutes done here in this mixed triathlon relay. That is Chalmers in the blue for Scotland. I think perhaps she might have just been overtaken. Could be Lauren Mitchell for the Southeast. We're just struggling to pick out a name or a number at the moment. Suter digging deep. Great to see so many different athletes from other sports cheering on. This is the last event of the day here. We have BMX going around campus. We've had modern pentathlon with the laser run. And there is Suter. Last section. Annabelle Suter for wildcard, the first person back into transition on this final leg after the ride on the bike, and here she comes. I'm sure she's hurting. She knows that gold medal is in her sights. She's got a comfortable lead as it stands ahead of Yorkshire's Ely Malloy. Yorkshire solid throughout. It was Helena Coy and Yan Yip, their middle two leg athletes, that have really put them towards the front of this. And here is Suter at the front on the first lap of 2 on the run. What a swim. And she's a strong runner as well. A look just to her left there. I think Malloy just coming past your screen there. Well, Suter's going to have a good 200 metre or so lead. There is Malloy. Away she goes. Scotland looks to be back into 5th.
100% clear. Lovely.
Malloy in 2nd. Just try and keep an eye out who's in 3rd at the moment as they come out of transition. We know that it's the East Midlands, the South East and Scotland all in the fight for that bronze medal. The Southwest have got up at the moment into 3rd. Well, we didn't see that happen, did they? Harry Maxwell must have had an absolute blinder of a 3rd leg. Ellen Ruck up into 3rd then. It's all changed. Suter coming towards the end of that final discipline. She's at the end of the first leg. There is Ruck in 4th. Chalmers for Scotland in 5th. The fight is really on. A couple of athletes still coming through transition here. There is Malloy, oh, there is Mitchell rather. For the Southeast. Suter onto the final lap of the run. 750 metres to go, separating Annabelle Suter and the wildcard team from taking the win. Suter, away she goes. Wilson on a tail. on that uphill section towards the Students' Union before turning right onto Ashby Road. Just sprinting off into the distance along Ashby Road, that is Suter, Annabelle Suter. Half a lap to go. Malloy in second. We think it's the South East, Lauren Mitchell in third. That is Leicester from the East Midlands. We're in third at one point. There is Chalmers for Scotland with a time penalty. Suter is leading while she's coming towards the final couple of 100 metres in this mixed relay triathlon. She was in second coming into the final leg, and it was a superb swim in the pool, a controlled ride on the bike, and a dominant display in the run. And as she comes back towards the pool, onto the blue carpet and back towards the finish, Annabelle Suter will put a sprint on this, I suspect, to try and finish it off in style. And Annabelle Suter with a wonderful job. She's got a couple more chicanes and a few more twists and turns, but this is the wildcard team's Annabelle Suter. Luke Holmes to Eloisa Simmons to Jude Clayton and Annabelle Suter. She has dominated on this final leg of the schools games mixed relay triathlon for 2022, and the wildcard team are your champions. And it is a great final leg from Annabelle Suter, and the gold will go to Luke Holmes, Eloisa Simmons, Jude Clayton and Annabelle Suter. And here is Yorkshire's Ely Malloy. And Malloy in that silver medal position. Well, she won't be beaten now. A great quartet from Yorkshire as well. Rory Bryant, Helena Coy, Jan Yip. We had a strong race as well, and it is Ely Malloy that will finish things off for Yorkshire. As she comes through past the entrance to the pool, and that is Mitchell. Well, I think that is the South East Lauren Mitchell, who has just come through to take the win. Well, our camera's missed that one, but Lauren Mitchell with a superb finish, we think, for the South East. Malloy with a time penalty, but it's a big battle for the bronze against Scotland. Chalmers is fighting 180-degree turn. Chalmers won't get there. It's going to be Ely Malloy who takes the bronze for Yorkshire. What a finish. My word, that was tight. Your medalists from the schools games national finals mixed relay triathlon for 2022. The gold goes to the wildcard team, silver to the South East, with a superb performance from Lauren Mitchell that caught us all off guard on the final leg, and with a sprint finish it was Ely Malloy from Yorkshire. And those your podium finishers. Well, almost a minute to the good in the end. The wildcard team took the victory. It's the South East, some 57 seconds behind, and then Yorkshire taking the win from Scotland, less than a second difference. What a finish that is. The East Midlands are in 5th. Great final leg from Freya Leicester.
Ellen Ruck is injured on that run, a valiant effort from her. And
That looks painful, doesn't it? I hope whoever that is isn't in too much pain.
When we talk about determination and passion,
Coming over a flourish now.
An injury like that not stopping Ellen Ruck is fantastic.
We'll have the medal presentations to come.
Makes her way out for the final lap of the race for the West Midlands.
The North East in 6th, the North West in 7th, the South West in 8th.
But it's Lana Morgan who will cross the line next for the East region. Followed by Anna Jolliffe.
Wales finishing in 9th. What a tough battle. Well, Laura Mitchell, I wish we'd managed to capture a bit more of her finish. Here is Ferreira in the red of London. That is the West Midlands Isabel Price on the final leg for them. As I mentioned already, I think Lucy Donnelly may well have had a bit of bike trouble on that second leg. And Ferreira will come through, I believe, in 12th. South Central have already finished in 11th. There's the East in 10th. This is Ferreira for London in the red, bringing it home. It's dusk now. I can't believe how dark it's got. Good job we have this bright blue carpet to bring them home. And here comes Ferreira.
Applause from teammates and her fellow athletes as she makes her way around.
What an effort. What a 3 days of this triathlon competition. Saw the aquathlon on Thursday evening, heats and A and B finals, which was wonderful to see. Ferreira with a big finish.
And as we've said, and we always say it's not
And the West Midlands, Isabel Price, well, they've competed so hard. They clawed back so much ground, miraculous really. In so many minutes.
For the West Midlands and Isabel Price, who despite a wheel change for a teammate earlier on, officials just watching out for Isabel Price as she comes and takes the line for the West Midlands.
And here comes Price for the West Midlands.
For Isabel Price. As we conclude,
well, that is it, and that is the final finisher. The West Midlands coming through top 3 from the mixed team relay here at the Schools Games National Finals for 2022. The wildcard team taking gold, the South East with silver, and Yorkshire taking the bronze. It's been a magnificent 3 days of triathlon action here from the Loughborough University campus and the Donington race circuit yesterday. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Well done to all our athletes, medalists or not. We hope to see you again next year in 2023. Until then, good night.